Hey folks, welcome all of you to this session. Welcome all of you to this live session on payment reconciliation. This session is, going to be very exciting, where I'm going to, talk about, payment reconciliation with you. And I've invited Sumit Karanji from the team of Vinculum. They are the payment reconciliation experts, and I want you to stay till the end, engage with us, interact with us. It's a live session. You are live, we are live with you. Learn everything surrounding the concept of payment reconciliation. Whenever you're selling your products on marketplace, be it Amazon, Paytm, Flipkart, Snapdeal, there are multiple aspects. When you're selling on marketplace, there are hundreds of policies are there, returns are there, reimbursements are there, claims are there. How to be sure that whatever payments you are getting 100% of what you should be getting on. This is a concept which is something which is required to be learned with every seller. So without any further delay, I'm going to invite Sumit Karanji from the team of Vinculum. He's the product head for payment reconciliation, and he has how he started his journey. I'm going to talk about that, everything what is related to payment reconciliation. And what I look forward from you guys is you should chat with us, engage with us in this particular live stream. Even if you're watching the replay after this live stream is over and you are here today watching this replay, leave your comments below this video. If you have any queries, we'll get back to you and we'll answer everything to you. By the time we reach to the end, we'll have some PDFs to download, some guides to download, and we'll also talk about that how you can take even better help and get the things automated for yourself. So let's get started. Let me just welcome Sumit Karanji from the team Vinculum. Let's talk about payment reconciliation and let's get started. So let me just invite Sumit. Yeah. Hi, Sumit. Sumit.
Hi,
Hi,
Rachit.
Sumit. How are
Thanks
you?
for having me.
Hi, thank you very much for giving your valuable time. So we are now live, and you being the masters in payment reconciliation. So today all the sellers are joined us now. Everybody's watching this session live, and I really want to decode this entire payment reconciliation because it becomes a puzzle. So many things are going on the marketplace every single day. Hundreds of orders, thousands of orders getting processed by many sellers. Be it Paytm, this place, and all that stuff. I really want your help in decoding this entire puzzle of payment reconciliation. So let's get started. I would like to know your background first, Sumit, for the benefit of everybody who's watching this session.
Sure. Thanks, Rachit. You have organized the session which will help the sellers to save money at the end of it. So most of the sessions nowadays, after COVID times, we see so many sessions happening, but there is no outcome, right? But with this session, I hope that the sellers and the viewers will be able to take some key insights on how they are doing business right now. What is it that they should be looking for? Because at the end of it, it's all about money. So,
Yeah.
yeah, talking about myself, I am a mechanical engineer and I have pursued my master's in risk management. Worked with Maruti Suzuki, Bajaj Allianz for the first 5-10 years of my life. That is obviously after college. Not that when I was 10 years old, I was working with them, not that way. Post that, I went into distribution and I quit my job essentially and started off as an entrepreneur because I think at that tender age of around 20 to 23, you are really inspired by a lot of things that are going around you, and you think that you can also make a difference and start earning your own livelihood in the way that you want. So, like most of us, I also started off selling. A gel imported from UK that was from automobile industry. Slowly, I thought that distribution is something that I really like to do, and I forayed into distribution of electronic products like HP, Sony, Dell, so on and so forth. And we used to sell it across Ahmedabad. That's where I belong from. I'm born and brought up in Gujarat. So always had a keen eye on money, like most of the people from Gujarat. That's what they are like popularly famous for. Uh, so one fine day, when I was discussing this with my partner, I thought that these marketplaces like Amazon, Snapdeal, they were really doing well. However, we were not very keen. The most of the distributors were not very keen in selling online. But then we found a mutual friend who was an online distributor, and he was doing quite well. One day, we just went over a coffee, and I tried to understood what he is doing. He said that, why don't you start giving me your products, and let's see how the sales goes. I said, look, I come from a distribution background. I would only bill you. You just take two pieces. It's okay, but just pay me advance money. He said that okay, not a problem. And at the end of it, we had a deal of around 15 units, which I gave to him. Those were the mix of mobile and palm tops and laptops and all.
Okay.
And then I forgot about it. I thought that I will never hear back from him. Those will never sell. And to my surprise, in 2 days he came back and he said, "Sumit, I would need around 100 pieces more." And I was taken aback.
Wow.
How is this even possible in
Yeah.
2015?
Hmm.
Because in distribution, offline distribution, we had the problems where we used to sell it to retailers who used to give us money only after the products are sold to the consumers, and the payment
Yes.
cycle goes as long as 90 days. And there is always this return on investment that you are always calculating. You have principal companies giving you the stocks, and you need quicker rotation. And I was really surprised that this guy was ready to pay me advance and book
Okay.
100 units. And I
Great.
was taken aback, and I thought that this is something really good that we should also learn. Slowly and steadily, we really did great business together, and we used to ship, like, they used to contribute around 40% of my overall revenue, which was huge. And that too, payments were happening in less than 7 days. So these are some of the advantages that I thought that while selling online, these are some of the key things that really works in our favor. So I thought that let us start making more business. So we kind of collaborated with him and started selling anything and everything under the sun. Okay, to a point where we practically reached around 100 crores selling just online. 100 crore. Now that's a huge amount, right?
Huge number.
Uh,
Huge number.
Huge amount. And at the end of the month, now we were actually seeing that now that we have done 100 crores, so that was obviously the annual run rate, not that we did it in 1 month. But still we were kind of worrying about the bank balances, because that was some conversation going on around with us that 100 crore का धंधा करने के बाद में भी हम पैसों की बातें क्यों कर रहे हैं, जबकि we already know that the payment comes from the marketplaces within 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever
Very
the
easy.
cycle.
Yeah. Yeah.
फिर ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? तो हमने
Okay.
सोचा कि चलो एक बार देखते हैं कि क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है. Category was around 5% commission then, for certain SKUs, for certain it was 7.5, so on and so forth. तो जब हम लोग ने पेमेंट फाइल खोल के देखा, हमको लगा कि एक महीने तक पेमेंट सही आ रही थी. सो लेट्स से इफ आई एम सेलिंग समथिंग एट 25,000 रुपीज, लेट्स से अ लैपटॉप, और मेरा जो रिसीवेबल है आफ्टर डिडक्शंस वो 22,800 रुपये आ रहा था. So a lot of the entries were showing 22,800, but some of the entries were showing 20,000 also. Some of them were showing 17,000 also. I said, this is not possible. The same product getting sold at the same price, the same receivable should be there, right? Why is there
Yeah.
a problem?
Mm-hmm.
So when we started digging out, we found that instead of the commission being deducted at 5%, at certain records it was deducted 15%. Some records it was deducted 7.5%. We
Okay.
literally started scratching our heads कि ये क्या हो रहा है. And we had another friend who was into technology by the name of Harshad Vagdoda. He is also the current product architect for Reco. So we told that let us three get together and start building some code to detect this kind of leakages.
Okay, let
ठीक
me
है,
just
क्योंकि
stop
हम
it. Let me just stop you, Sumit here. So what you said is that first you were in distribution model, then you moved to selling online. So you started with Amazon or what? Which marketplace you started or online?
Yeah, so
What?
look, the first thing that a seller looks to is to see what are the stable marketplaces and which are world-renowned
Mhm. That's
marketplaces.
Amazon.
Amazon is the primary mode of business then, and then we started expanding into Flipkart, and then
Okay.
later on into. But we started with Amazon primarily.
Amazon. So you started from distribution. You seen the power of your friend selling your products online through Amazon. So you thought
Correct.
of collaborate with him and let's all be started on. You did a
Correct.
100 crore business, but even then your bank balance was not healthy. and then you started decoding your reports. So how this idea came into you that okay, fine, let me just get into the reports? Well, I don't see that many of the sellers really check the reports what they get every single week. They have the payment dashboard with them. They have the weekly payments crediting to them, but I never see that people are checking order by order. Although when you receive a mail from Amazon, it gives you that how much money you will be receiving, in your bank balance. But many multiple things happen afterwards. Returns happens, safety claims happens, damages happen, hundred of things others also happen.
Correct.
So when you started looking onto your report, what you are saying essentially is that with the same product, you were receiving different amount, like
Correct.
commissions. Now, okay, let's come back to you. Now, okay, I got this point that you understood the potential of this business. You started yourself as a seller way back in 2015 on a 5% referral commission with Amazon system, but you find out that the payments what you are getting in is not same. Like one SKU, like you should getting 300 rupees for that unit, but sometimes you're getting 250, sometimes you're getting 300, sometimes you're
Correct.
getting 200, right? Okay, so
Correct.
let's continue. Got
So,
it, got it.
so that's what
This is
basically I think
and,
all the
all the
sellers.
sellers, you are here. If you have any questions, as you move on, you please keep typing your questions. We will highlight your question on the screen. I'll highlight your question so that Sumit will be answering at the appropriate time. You can keep posting your questions, and we'll
Sure.
answer everything. Everything will answer you today. Yeah. So
Correct.
please.
So I think most of us we really do not know when we start selling on marketplaces. We always trust it that all the payments will come smoothly and everything looks very like a fantasy come true. Because I also thought earlier, and look, it was not that we identified it very early. We did 100 crores. Only after that we came to know कि कुछ problem है. Until then, why it happens so is basically you get loads of orders every day. Okay,
Yes.
you get payments every day, you get returns, and you are so busy in sourcing and buying economically and creating more and more SKUs, because once a SKU is successful, all you need to do is just to keep the buy box. Okay, as long as you're able to do that, you just have to negotiate from your vendor from where you're purchasing. You buy in bulk just because you get so much of sales. You start buying bulk, and then you end up with a new warehouse, and so all of the energies goes there. Okay, you really do not care about the payments because Amazon से mail आ रहा है, ये payment आपको आने वाली है. So I think वहाँ पे everybody goes to a sound sleep. But slowly and steadily we found that these are not intentional payment mismatches. This happens due to reason. There are technical glitches sometimes. There are errors happening at the logistics place. Once your pickup happens from your warehouse, all of these pickups then go to a logistics hub where the sorting is done basis the product kahan jana hai. So let's say you have a product which you are shipping from Bombay to Bombay. So once
Mm.
it goes to the logistics warehouse, it then goes to a Bombay zone where it could be a West zone or some codes of the logistic companies. But due to some errors there, instead of Bombay, आपका software में it starts showing Delhi. So instead of being charged from Bombay to Bombay, you get charged from Bombay to Delhi. Okay,
Yes.
so let's say the shipping charge for local would be somewhere around 45 rupees, but just
Mm.
because it was erroneously punched as a regional order, you eventually pay 65 rupees. So 20 rupees you lose there itself. Okay, so for some sellers who might be doing business on Amazon by FBA, the inventory is not in your control. You don't get to see your inventory, right? Now,
Yeah.
it might be possible that instead of a bin, so let's say I'm selling a Samsung phone, instead of putting the Samsung phone on a Samsung rack and bin, it might have been misplaced to an Apple rack and bin. So, what will happen now? Whenever a customer who is ordering an Apple phone, the picker in the warehouse, it will collect the pick list. It will show that I have to pick one Apple iPhone. They
Mm.
will just go to that particular rack and bin. They will just pick the product. They will not see if it is a Samsung or an Apple, and that product then ships out to the customer. Okay, so हुआ यहाँ पे क्या? Instead of an Apple phone, the Samsung phone is going out to the customer. Now when
Yeah.
the customer receives, they will return it. When they
Mm.
return it back, then you come to know that okay, maybe we have shipped the wrong phone instead of an Apple. So all these kinds of errors happen inside the warehouse. Then there are shipping overcharges which happen due to the errors in the punching of the records there during the sorting. And another example, so let's say if you're dealing with a small size product, which may be of a 500-gram package weight, but due to some errors again at the logistics part, instead of 500 gram, you might be charged 1 kilogram or a 1.5 kilogram. Okay, so what you essentially need to do is you just need to track all of this. Okay, and obviously tracking, especially when you're doing hundreds of orders, becomes next to impossible. Otherwise, you just keep on doing this and you stop selling, right? So all
Hmm.
of this only comes to the attention only after you do a considerable business, and then when you start checking that instead of doing so much of turnover and getting so much money, why is it that I am having a cash flow problem? At that point of time, you start digging it, and once you start digging it, you come to know that it is a relevant practice, that maybe sometimes the commissions are wrong, sometimes you have been overcharged for shipping. Let's say if you are doing an FBA, there is a pick and pack fees, which is let's say 5 rupees for a small item, 10 for a standard item. And if your category is small, you should only be charged 5 rupees, but sometimes due to some errors and technical glitches you are charged 10 rupees. Okay.
Okay.
And then there are complex policies. So there are policies like if your product which is greater than 20,000 rupees, FBA will not charge you a pick and pack fees. So
Hmm.
such kind of policies are there. Now how will you check मेरे कितने प्रोडक्ट 20,000 के ऊपर बिके थे, उसमें क्या पिक एंड पैक फीस लगी है या नहीं लगी है? So it
Okay.
becomes like, start scratching your head, and that's how we started building our own company. We spoke to around 3,000 sellers in the seller community that
Okay.
ये हमें problem हो रहा है, we have solved it in this way, we have written a program, it will reconcile your records and it will give you leakage reports. Is that a problem with you? And all of them said that yes, this is the same problem with us as well. There is something which is not adding up. Sometimes it is the payments are less, sometimes I'm expecting more payment but I am having shortfall, and sometimes I'm not receiving the correct payment, but we really do not know why it is happening. So that's where we started building this startup which is called Don't Scratch Your Head. Okay,
Okay.
because
That was your startup, which
yeah,
you made just because you were facing problem into your business.
as a
You,
seller, yes,
you took help with this person who helped in the coding of all this thing.
correct, Hari, yeah.
Okay.
So we
That,
started building this software and we thought that okay,
oh, I think we have lost Sumit for a while. Okay, let me just remove him for a while. I think his net
uh,
connection. Okay,
yeah,
you're back,
that's all
Sumit.
right. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
so
back.
this is how leakages happen. So it will it will go away for some part of your payments will go away and it will come back. So
Okay.
yeah, so so we started building that and then it got really successful. Within 6 months, we were selling up to 1,000 sellers who were using our platform. And it was not only we also did past leakages that if you enter our software, we will give you a past analysis कि अभी तक आपने जो business किया है, what has gone wrong, how much leakages are there, how many can be recovered, how many cannot be recovered, because every claim has a window to file. If you do not file it under a particular time, then the marketplace would not give you the money back. Okay, so
Okay.
all of
Okay.
this was happening, and
I'll
then
interrupt you here.
eventually we
I'll
were
interrupt you here.
partnering.
Yeah, I'll interrupt you here. What I essentially said is that we have shared some scenarios like कि bin का difference हो सकता है, weight का difference हो सकता है, pick and pack fees का difference हो सकता है. So all these difference leads to a payment difference. So let's see that every seller may not be at the same threshold. कोई seller होगा जो start कर रहा होगा. And when you said that when you do a considerable size of a business, then only you really start digging into it, because initially आपको पता नहीं चलता. इनिशियली आपका क्या होता है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट जोन होता है कि आप अभी इन्वेस्ट करते जाइए और इसको ग्रो करते चलिए, एसकेयूज बढ़ाते चलिए, ऑर्डर्स डिलीवर करते चलिए. But after some time, when you start pumping up so much of money and you don't get in return, then you really start looking and digging out the reports. And these are the common issues what
Correct.
you surfaced. So as per you, like it is an important activity for every seller, right? You said that ये होता है और ये normally होता है. It's not just because the marketplace wants to do it, but because वो इतनी सारी चीजें attach हो जाती हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं उसके पूरे सिस्टम में कोई ना कोई एरर आ जाता है, right?
Right.
And as you said that you started with a startup company called Don't Scratch My Head, which was your own startup company, and you being a part of the seller group itself, and you connected with the sellers, and every seller was facing the same problem, right? So
Correct.
let's understand this thing. Let's understand how a seller can really check is there any leakage or not. क्या ये लीकेज, अच्छा ये मेरा क्वेश्चन आपसे है कि क्या ये लीकेज हर सेलर के अकाउंट में होगा? ऐसा होता है कि हर सेलर के अकाउंट में लीकेज होगा, या सिर्फ गिने चुने जो केसेस 5 लाख 10 लाख से ऊपर कर रहे हैं उन्हीं के केसेस में होगा?
करेक्ट. सो मेरा रचित जी काउंटर क्वेश्चन ये रहेगा, इंस्टेड ऑफ आंसरिंग दैट वन आई वुड आस्क यू, क्या हर सेलर ये बोल सकता है कि मेरे अकाउंट में लीकेज नहीं है विद कॉन्फिडेंस? क्या आप बोल सकते हैं?
Guys, you have to answer this. Everybody who's watching this session with us live, if you're right now, प्लीज आंसर दिस. क्या आप कॉन्फिडेंटली ये बोल सकते हैं कि जो पेमेंट आपके अकाउंट में आ रही है वो 100% accurate है? Just let us know in the comment box so that we can feature you. I can highlight your comment on the screen. So let's understand कितने लोग ये कहते हैं कि हाँ जो पेमेंट हमें मिल रहा है हमारे मार्केट प्लेस से, it is 100% is what Amazon is saying that you will get that payment, yeah, or which you should be getting on. That's important for us to understand also, because when I see the Sumit, whenever I see this report, एक तो उस रिपोर्ट में ना बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं, इतना सारा उसमें पेमेंट का ब्लॉक होता है वहां पे कि ये पेमेंट तो हमने रिजर्व कर लिया है. उसके बाद जितने उस पूरे वीक में रिटर्न्स गए होते हैं सारे रिटर्न वहां पे माइनस हो जाते हैं. फिर जो सेल होती है जिसका मतलब पेमेंट का टाइम हो जाता है वो पेमेंट ऐड होती है, रिटर्न्स आ जाते हैं, और एक बहुत बड़ा एक अमाउंट होता है जो कि ब्लॉक्ड अमाउंट होता है. अब ये नहीं पता ब्लॉक्ड अमाउंट से क्या होने वाला, फिर नेक्स्ट वीक आएगा ब्लॉक्ड अमाउंट फिर ऐड हो जाएगा, फिर नई सेल ऐड हो जाएगी, फिर नए रिटर्न्स ऐड हो जाएंगे, फिर एक अमाउंट फिर ब्लॉक हो जाएगा. So how to really solve this puzzle? This looks like a puzzle. Yeah. Diksha, you're saying not so many issues are there in payment reconciliation. And Chandan is saying not at all. Great. Thank you, Chandan. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Diksha, for your comments. So,
correct.
ये क्या इश्यूज हैं सर? थोड़ा सा मेरे को ये समझाओ पहले आप, जिससे आई पर्सनली वांट टू से, मुझे भी अपने अकाउंट के लिए
मैं आपको बहुत ही सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूँ, एंड एग्जैक्टली आई वाज इन द सेम फेज लाइक दीक्षा एंड चंदन, एंड वी नेवर थिंक दैट पेमेंट्स का क्या है, बिकॉज वी डू नॉट रियली सी, राइट? वी ओनली सी व्हाट वी सी, आवर प्रोडक्ट्स गोइंग इन गोइंग आउट. दैट्स व्हाट चंदन सेड, माल आ रहा है माल जा रहा है, ठीक है, बट वो दिख रहा है आपको, इसलिए आपको पता है कितना आ रहा है कितना जा रहा है. लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. इंडिया के अंदर, इससे भी पहले शुरू करता हूं, Amazon इंडिया में there are 5.5 to 6 lakh sellers which have registered. Okay, and if everything is so good, you will be surprised to know that the active sellers on Amazon are not 5.5 to 6 lakhs. They are nowhere even close to 50,000. Active sellers means the sellers who do business at least once a week, or maybe 2 or 3 orders in a week is called active. So from 6 lakhs, only 50,000 are active. Where have the rest 5 lakh 50,000 gone? That's a very important question to ask. Why are not all the 6 lakhs be able to do business? And the biggest experience that we have got talking to thousands of sellers is that eventually they run out of money. You can ask any seller why they stop business. If everything is going on smoothly, why would anyone stop business? Okay, it can only be because if their products are not getting sold, or if they're getting sold, eventually they are running out of money. Maybe they are overstocking because the products are going at a high velocity and they do not have enough stock, or maybe they have so much of stock and it is not getting sold. Okay, eventually it is all about money, and you have to really track where the money is. Okay, having said that, the reason why 5.5 lakhs में से 50,000 are active is because they do not really keep a track of the money. If they were able to know how much exactly they are earning or not earning, they would have been probably active by now. So that is point number one. Point number two is, in India, at least the returns ratio average across e-commerce marketplaces is minimum 20%. Okay, for certain categories like fashion and apparel, it goes even 26, 27%. Now, with a 20% return ratio, let's say you are selling 5,000 orders a month. So at least 1,000 orders are in a return status. Now, whenever there is a return, There are two types of return. One where the courier is not able to find a home address and they come back, or either a customer does not like the product, does not fit, the product is not working, and they just return it. In either of the cases, from 5,000 orders which are forward, 1,000 orders are coming back. Have you ever checked whether all those 1,000 have come back to you at your warehouse or not? So the answer to this is between the customer's house and your warehouse, or customer's house and the marketplace warehouse, there are certain products which are getting lost, which are getting stolen, and the
True.
product does not even come back. So that's the reason why Amazon or any other marketplace has a reimbursement policy that if your products are not coming back, please file a claim with us. Now, there is a catch to it. You have to wait for 45 days before actually raising a claim. Now imagine every day you are doing orders and every day you are doing returns. How will you track that कौन से return को 45 days हुआ है, कौन से returns को 45 days नहीं हुआ है? Every day you need to keep doing this. So for that, what you can do is you can go to Seller Central, download the sales report 1 month before, download the returns report. First of all, you arrange them in a line item level, because you do not get a line item level order ID level report. You do that if you're able to for both orders and returns. Then you also download the payment, that what was the payment for this order ID against the return. Is the payment in negative? Because mostly you will find that the returns that have come, your net settlement value will be negative. Why? Because there is a part of commission which marketplaces will not give you back. There might be a reverse shipping charge. Now, if a payment is negative, if it has crossed 45 days, do this every day. Download your sales, your returns, your payments. Do this every day. You will come to know that there is a missing inventory. That means that your product is lost. You need to file a claim. If you do not file a claim, then you are losing the entire money. Now, how many of you diligently do it every day? And if you don't, which means that you even don't know that there is a problem. And if you do not know that there is a problem, it will seem that actually there is no problem at all. It is just like an example of a pigeon shutting down its eyes whenever a cat is front of the pigeon, which and when a pigeon shuts down its eyes, it thinks that there is no problem, there is no cat, but the cat is there. Right? So 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 that's how. So this kind of things are there. All you need to do is maybe at a smaller level, the mindset of reconciliation has to be there. It is not that you need to buy a software, but you need to have this as a daily exercise, whether you are at a 5 order per day or a 50 order per day. If you are crossing 50 orders a day, you need to automate this process to see. There are 7 scenarios: shipping overcharge, commission overcharge, pick and pack overcharge. There are refunds given by the marketplaces even after the refund window is crossed, which means after 30 days, customers cannot return the products, but still they are returning, right? Which
Yeah.
means you are at loss.
Even
Then
non-determined products, we see that
there are
Amazon
returns.
exists, and we have to file those claims
Now,
and.
imagine if you are selling something like an electronics, wherein the margins are hardly 3% to 4%. And if you are doing, let's say, 5,000 orders, you're selling 5,000 mobile phones, 1,000 of them are under returns. Even if 100 out of them are lost and you're not filing a claim, imagine 100 into at least 10,000 rupees. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
I
talking
think
about net of.
sellers, you can share your experience here in case if you are also facing the similar kind of a situation, you can share your comments with us so that we all are on the same page. It happens. It
Correct.
happens regularly. We see that non-return products are also getting picked up. Returns are getting accepted. Even the timelines have been exceeded. That also getting accepted. So overall, essentially, it falls back on the seller to file a claim, and claim भी तो सर पूरा नहीं मिलता ना, that's also a problem.
So yeah, so now that leads us to a different question. So there are 5 to 7 scenarios. Let's say you are identifying all the scenarios. There are scenarios like unpaid orders, which means that it's a simple scenario, right? You have sold something, it's not a return, but have you checked you've got money for each and every product? Again, if you do not check, you do not know, right? It's a duty to know that you have got the payment for all your orders. So there is an unpaid scenario also. It runs into lakhs of rupees. Just last week we identified a seller whose unpaid scenario was there, and it was 4 lakh rupees. 4 lakh. Why it happened? Just because COVID was there, even marketplaces stopped the payment for a certain time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they held the payments. If you are selling on Amazon or Flipkart, you would know that your
Yes.
payment cycle were not the same.
It got
Okay,
delayed.
now
It started way
now
back
that
11.
everything is back, you need to you need to check, right, if it is delayed, has every payment been done or not. It is as simple as that.
Okay. So you said that overall there are seven kind of different scenarios where these leakages are lying there, like these returns, pick and carry, pick and carry, the unpaid orders, shipping over charges, your returns, and all that stuff. These are all leakages area, seven broad leakages area, and this all you identified when you started working on your account, right? So
Correct, correct.
how can a seller basically what are the steps? Like one step is automation that we'll talk about later on, but let's assume that somebody is just starting up, just 6 months old on the platform, and suppose he's a five order per day kind of a seller. What are the steps he should be taking on? Like every week, I know the payment is coming, and every week the payment hits the bank account. What are the steps a seller should take? So for everybody, sellers just understand this thing कि 7 ऐसे scenarios हैं जहाँ पे payment leakages हैं marketplace के अंदर, and it is all about the errors and so many stuff, and lot of things lies back on us because we need to file the
Right.
reimbursements. If we're not filing the reimbursement, we are already lost the entire, yeah, the stuff also and the payment also. और अगर वो reimbursement डाल भी देते हैं तो of course that also is a very limited amount which we all get. True. So ये सुमिता प्लीज मेरे को थोड़ा सा इस बारे में
Yeah,
बताएं
so
कैसे
even the
सेलर
reimbursement,
खुद कैसे स्टार्ट कर
you
सकते हैं इस काम को.
you only get 40 to 50% of the reimbursement, but that is not a problem. You should at least be getting that, right? Now whenever you sign up on as a seller, you know these terms and conditions are there, but most of us really do not know that such deep type of term conditions are there. Now let's say you have sold a product at 10,000 rupees, you are supposed to get back 9,000 rupees, and now that the product is lost or stolen or damaged, you file for a reimbursement, you only get 4,000 rupees. Now you are actually at a loss of at least 5,000 rupees as in terms of receivable, or I can say you are in a loss if you had purchased that products for 7,000, you are at least at a loss of 3,000 rupees, right? Where you need to book these losses, you need to book the expenses. Okay, so from a profitability point of view, not only this, there are many payments and expenses which are not linked to order IDs. You cannot track it. So one of them being the long-term storage fees, second of them being the advertising fees. Okay, and lot of times, what will happen is you have the payment which are withheld by the marketplaces. So whenever a seller starts doing business, the marketplace does not know how much of that products which are getting sold will be returned, and that's the reason they hold back, let's say, certain amount of the payment, which could be as high as 50%, 60% if you are new. And slowly when you have a trend that yes, your products are doing well, you are shipping on time, your products are not fake, and your packaging is great, and you are shipping it right within the SLAs, and that's where this percentage of withhold amount comes down. When you are doing a P&L of your account, whether you are a 5 order a day or seller or 50 order a day, finance is the backbone, and this kind of discipline has to be there from day one. And it's not just about online. Even in offline we would have done that, right? But in online we are just sitting at the mercy that yes, someone else will do my accounting, marketplaces are there, whatever they will give is correct only. So I think it's time that we should shed that mentality and we should start doing our own finances, and we'll be able to recover a lot and saves a lot of money.
True. So what are the steps a seller should take? उसे करना क्या चाहिए सर?
उसको क्या करना चाहिए? Every week there has to be a dedicated time slot for at least 3 hours, or maybe on Saturdays. Once you are done with the majority of your sales and everything, just sit down, see the payment files, download the sales report. Yeah, so download the sales report, your returns report, see if your payment is matching as per your category. Just take random examples. Okay, so it is not necessary you go and check every record, but at least you can do a pivot and you can see that for a particular ASIN, if I am supposed to receive 400 rupees, have I received 400 rupees? If you do a simple pivot, you would find two entries that for the same ASIN you are getting double type of money. So you start it simply, but it is more about disciplines first. try to understand if there are any changes in the policies in the commission. If not, just spend time reading the policies of the marketplaces, because they have various kind of reimbursement policies based on category. Let's say you're doing an Amazon seller flex, they give you a 0.6 or a 0.3% reimbursement in your normal payments. But if you do not mark the returns in the C return panels, the Amazon would not come to know whether you have received the returns or not. So these basic hygiene things are there, and there are leakage scenarios. And in our book together, Rachit, which we are going to share with the sellers, all these scenarios are covered. So what they can do is they can download this book, or they can ask for the book from you, and you can email them, and it's just a 7 to 8 page PDF they can go through, and they can learn the tips and the tricks, because it's very difficult to explain all of it in 45 minutes.
I'll tell it. At the end, I'll give you my Facebook Messenger link, and I'll give you the keyword. Just open that link, type that keyword. You will be able to receive the Reco guide. That small guide which they have prepared. You can download that and learn from it and start doing it. Now the crux what we have understood so far from Sumit is that he started his own business. जब 100 करोड़ तक पहुंच गया बिजनेस, तभी भी कैश फ्लो इश्यूज रह गए, उसके बाद भी कैश फ्लो थे. Then he started digging into this कि क्या हो रहा है. Just tell me more about this coding structure. You said ना you take help from the coding guy. तो coding से फायदा क्या मिला आपको basically?
So basically, what we have done is basically, look, every marketplace have the policy. Now there are two types of policies. One would be the commissions and the shipping rule boxes, that अगर local order है तो इतना लगेगा, regional है, national है इतना लगेगा. So all these policies are then replicated in our systems. So whether it's an Amazon or a Flipkart or a Snapdeal or a Paytm, every marketplace have their own policies. So what we do is we put these policies in our system, and it is coded into a software. All your orders will be scanned across the policies, and our system will know what exactly is the supposed to be received amount for that particular order. Okay, and as soon as the payment file hits in, our system then checks whether the same deductions have happened or something else has come up. So we do nothing, we just replicate each and every policy of the marketplace into our system, so that you don't have to do the hard work, you don't have to do the Excel or download anything. And our system fetches your listings, your payments, returns, orders, and keeps on checking it on a real time. If there is any leakage, even let's say a 50 paisa or a 1 rupee leakage, an instant email will be sent to you that our system has found this much leakage. So it is as simple as that, so that you guys can focus on your core business.
So that's what you created when you started your own startup. Don't scratch my head. Then how come Vinculum came into the picture? Like you started there.
Okay, so Vinculum is a global omni-channel retailing company where it helps brands and retailers to sell anywhere across channels, whether it's a web store or a marketplace or from an offline store. So they have a unified system which large companies and large brands and enterprises use. So they also had many clients asking about payment reconciliation, because as we face some issues, some of their premium clients also started facing issues, and that's how we went into a strategic partnership with Vinculum, wherein we used to have a technology handshake, and our system was helping their systems to churn out reconciliation reports for their clients. And slowly we found that this is not a India problem, it is also a problem in the Southeast Asia, in North America, it's everywhere across the globe. And Vinculum already had a multi-country presence, and then we found that we are a similar match, and we can really have great synergy together. And that's how our entire team and the company was acquired last year, and that's how we are a part of the Vinculum ecosystem now.
Okay, so the system what you have built across, of course, sellers can do, as you said, the sellers will take up this guide also and they start doing it. And of course, if they have large numbers, of course, they may not be able to do it on their own. But have you verified those reports, etc., with Amazon? Because I know Amazon has got this entire marketplace kind of a model wherein they have their own partners, the companies like I promote for Feedback5, which is an authorized approved company from Amazon. Like Vinculum is also approved, I know, but what about the payment reconciliation type? Did you verify it
So,
with Amazon that if you
so
apply this,
that
it is working and things are okay, something like that?
So whether it's a Amazon or a Flipkart, both of them have a service partner network where they authorize certain vendors to provide their services. So that may be popular now, but we were authorized service partners for Amazon right since 2016. So that's how old we are into Amazon reconciliation, and where Amazon itself will give us requests for reconciliation for certain sellers who opt for the reconciliation service, and we have done reconciliation for more than 1500 sellers. And if I have to give an amount of the reconciliation, so we have processed more than 100 million orders so far, which has also got them reimbursement which is in excess of 10 crores to 12 crores. So all of this is a live case study. We are already authorized by Amazon as well as Flipkart to be their accounting partners, reconciliation partners. And we are actually the pioneers of reconciliation in India, where reconciliation does not mean that you check what is the amount in the bank and what is actually Amazon given you. It is actually to see what was supposed to be received and what has actually come. That is the difference between us and any other player who might be claiming to do reconciliation. Reconciliation has to be that what is the gap, not what has actually come and whether it is matching with the payment file. That is not reconciliation. That is actually you're just matching your own books, and you're not even trying to see where the gap is, right? So, so let's say, Rajit, I take 1,000 rupees from you for 3 days, and I say that I will reimburse you 3,000 rupees after 3 days. So okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I will tell to you that hey, I have already paid you in your account, and I will send you an email. Hey, Rajit, 1,000 rupees has been paid to your account. But when you see your account, it is not 1,000. Okay, and I will only have paid 980 rupees, and then you will come back to me, hey Sumit, I still need 20 rupees. But in daily life you will do this, but when you are doing it in marketplace, you have to again check and see that whatever you're earning hard for, you should get the money. And marketplaces don't have any problems as long as you raise the claims on time and you identify the leakages. They are very happy to reimburse you the amount.
Okay, that's good. Means अगर हम if a seller identifies it कि यहाँ पे gap आ रहा है, and what you said rightly that reconciliation not just कि कितना आना था और कितना आ गया, it is all about the pinpointing the pain area की problem है कहाँ पे, और हो सकता है
Correct.
problem seller के end पे हो, probably जो template की setting आपने किया था वो ही template setting गलत हो गया, आपका listing था तो आपने listing में उसका weight गलत डाल दिया था, या
Correct.
कहीं कुछ आपके end से भी हो सकता है. I'm sure a lot of sellers do this thing कि वेट ही कुछ और डाल दिया गया, वो 500 ग्राम था उसको 1 किलो लिख दिया गया, तो ऑटोमेटिकली चीजें चेंज हो गई, सेलर के एंड पे प्रॉब्लम हो गया, तो अगर आप पिन
I'll
पॉइंट.
give you a short example. So let's say I'm selling a bed sheet and it is just weighing 420 grams. Whenever I'm creating a listing, I will write 420. Okay. So it might go as a kilogram there rather than a gram. Okay. I have to write 0.42. I don't have to write 420, because when you upload a listing, it is in kilograms. You have to write 0.42 because your product is 420 grams. So you have to write 0.42. So such kind of small errors are happening, but your shipping overcharge will be there, and you will only come to know much later if you
और
do
इसमें
not see the
कोई
payment file.
reimbursement नहीं मिलेगा बिकॉज दिस इज मोर ऑफ अ सेलर इंड्यूस्ड. जो जो गैप होता है मार्केट प्लेस का, वेर दे हैव चार्ज यू डिफरेंटली व्हाट दे शुड नॉट बी चार्जिंग यू, और दे हैव नॉट पेड यू द मनी. So how comfortable the marketplace is to pay you, and how soon they give you the money if you identify कि हाँ, इतना गैप था, आपने क्लेम भेजा और कितनी जल्दी वो क्लेम वहां से आ जाता है.
So basically, it depends. If you are raising the claim. So look, I'll tell you why are there SLAs for filing claims. Look, if marketplace knew that whatever payment they are giving is correct, they would not have made these policies to claim. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to really think that way. Marketplace को पता है कि कहीं ना कहीं कुछ glitches हो सकती हैं. So they have given you a time frame that please raise the claim within 30 days of the payment. If you have commission overcharge, shipping overcharge, please raise a claim within 45 days, 57 days in case of flex. All these things are there. But if you do not really know what to claim, how will you claim? Okay, so you need to identify the leakages. Once you upload it and you give them enough conversations as to why this thing happened, or against which order ID, what was the length, breadth, height, weight at the time of shipping, from where it had come, where it was going. All of this information has to be given in a particular format, and they will be happy to reimburse you. So we have got lots of reimbursement through our dispute management services, which we do for sellers, because this is not about just filing claims. This is also about raising tickets, following it up, and closing it with. So you need to know the policies, or someone
Great.
from your team should know the policies.
Great. So I know your system is flawless and awesome. That I'm aware of. Seen that software also. What I wanted to check is कि can a seller maybe appoint some tally expert or somebody, क्या उस तरह से भी रिकंसिलिएशन किया जा सकता है? अगर हम किसी एक अकाउंटेंट को ले आते हैं, एक हम सीए को ले आते हैं अपने साथ, अपनी फर्म में एक सीए को हायर करके रख लेते हैं, टेल देम कि ये पेमेंट रिपोर्ट्स आ रही हैं और इसको आपने पूरा अलाइन करना है, तो विल ही बी एबल टू रियली डू इट? कुछ ऐसा?
See, traditionally, from our experience, accounting systems which are there, like a Tally or an SAP or a Oracle, they were never built for e-commerce. First of all, they were only
हम्म,
built for offline trade, and so all these entries are there. So in certain accounting system, you can even make a sale without having stock inside the system. Okay, so all of these things are there, and they were never ready for e-commerce. E-commerce is a completely different ball game. For a single order ID, you would have multiple time payments, you can have multiple time deductions. So the current accounting systems are not capable to do it. So that's why you need to track it separately. And same way, what you can ideally do is, if you do not have a software, then you try to engage some experts or an accountant. But accountants also do not know the policies, right? That what are the policies of marketplace. So you need to have experts and specific domain experts who can do this for you, and that's the reason why there are these service partners like us who can do that for you, because these are all compensating behaviors. So if you do not have a comb to comb your hair, what you will do is you'll probably use your fingers, okay,
हम्म,
just to make that thing happen. So I would say, these are those compensating behaviors. It's no big deal. We look, I'll tell you, because I have come from a seller ecosystem, I know sellers are concerned about reimbursements and outcomes. Okay, so if there is a leakage, then what about the reimbursement? So we had made such plans where we only get paid if you get paid. Okay, only if we recover some money for you, only then we'll get paid. All you need to do is to just pay a upfront one-time small fee, so that we can reconcile, we can use the system for you.
I think
Uh,
we'll touch this now. We'll touch this now.
sure.
So everybody who's watching this right now live, I want you to guys to comment on this. कि अगर आपको ये रियलाइज हुआ अभी तक कि रिकंसिलिएशन इंपॉर्टेंट है, रिकंसिलिएशन में लीकेजेस हैं, रिकंसिलिएशन में गैप्स हैं, so how would you like to proceed? One way is it, as Sumit said, that you should understand the policies and take out the report every single week and do it. But imagine that you are on multi places. You're selling not on one place, you're selling on multi place. और आप फ्लेक्स के साथ भी हैं, आप एफबीए भी कर रहे हैं, एफबीए नहीं कर रहे तो फ्लेक्स है आपके पास, और भी एंटिटीज हैं, फ्लिपकार्ट भी आपके साथ. तो how many of you are serious that you want to automate it? And it's not that automation is something which is like a rocket science to it. You will understand it in few minutes. I think I'll tell Sumit to explain about the automation. But how many of you would really wants to know more about the automation part of it? Automation means that if you get with every week you get the payment, and every week you get a report that the payment which you received right now has got these many leakages, and this much money is marketplace needs to owe you. And if you can see these reports every single week coming onto your desktop every single week, and you understand the whole system, that okay, this is how the reimbursement is going to happen, this is how you need to put up the claim, how many of you would be keen to know more about it? I just want to take your consent. That is important. First you need to understand the whole aspect, that कि और एक बार जब आपको लीकेजेस पता लगनी शुरू हो जाएंगी, then you will realize कि इतना पैसा हम रिकवर कर सकते थे. सुमित, कितना लाइक ऑन एन एवरेज कितना परसेंटेज लीकेज होता है ऑन
Well,
एवरेज?
in our experience, it is safe to say that at least 1% to 3% is the at least possible leakage. But we have found cases where it can exceed 7% to 10% also. Now, average may 1% to 3% definitely is a possible leakage of your turnover that you do. So let's say you do 1 crore of turnover. 1 से 3 लाख रुपए लीकेज में जा सकता है फॉर श्योर. एंड आई डोंट नो इफ दैट इज द कैटेगरी वेर यू आर ओनली अर्निंग योर ग्रॉस मार्जिन आर ओनली अराउंड 1% to 3%. Then probably you should really go for a reconciliation right now and save some money.
Okay, that means अभी हम बात करें ग्रॉस सेल्स की. अगर किसी का ग्रॉस सेल 1 लाख रुपए डेली का है तो वो 3,000 रुपए रोज लूज करता है एक हिसाब से देखा जाए तो. और what you are essentially saying is कि
correct
क्योंकि हम लोग जब ई कॉमर्स में काम कर रहे हैं तो हमारे मार्जिन भी बहुत पेपर थिन है. वी आर नॉट वर्किंग ऑन 50-60% ऑफ द मार्जिन. वी आर वर्किंग ऑन say 10% margin, 8% margin, 15% margin. That's a range we're putting in. तो अगर 10% के मार्जिन पे हम काम कर रहे हैं, रिटर्न्स का सिनेरियो भी अलग है, उसके ऊपर है, वो एक अलग ही थ्रेशोल्ड है, लॉसेस है वो अलग है, और उसमें से 3% पैसा मेरे पास आ ही नहीं रहा, तो we are in a soup, we are in a very kind of a bad situation. So everybody who is watching this live, कितने लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये I just want to check you guys, अगर जहां तक अभी तक आपको because now we'll talk about the automation part with Sumit, but 3% on an average, if any seller is losing on, जो पैसा आ ही नहीं रहा, जो आ सकता था और आ ही नहीं रहा, आपके डैशबोर्ड पे तो दिख रहा है आपको कि ग्रॉस सेल जितना है, but when it is coming to your bank account, it is coming as less 3%. It's a big money. It's a really big money. So if you face this kind of a problem, please let us know in the comment box. Wherever you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube, you just let us know in the comment box that क्या 3% आपके लिए एक बड़ा अमाउंट है, क्योंकि कई लोग होते हैं 50% पे ऑपरेट कोई शायद कर रहा हो, तो उसके लिए शायद वो 3% को छोड़ सकता है, बट 3% 10% वाली कैटेगरी में बहुत बड़ा एक मार्जिन परसेंटेज है वहां पे, बिकॉज लूजिंग आउट, व्हाई टू लूज आउट इवन अ सिंगल पेनी. हम लोग
सर अगर आप देखें it is not just about 3%. अगर आप 3% मार्जिन कमा रहे हो, ओके, इसके अंदर you have not counted the cost of liquidation of bad returns. You have not counted the cost of stickering, packaging. I am sure that all those items are costly as well. Okay, yeah. And you are also not calculating the cost of your interest, right? Say for 1 lakh rupees, whatever interest is there, at least what we used to do is we used to at least block 1.5 rupees, 1.5 percentage as a cost of capital. Okay, and now you also have to see whether you're storing, what is the storage cost inside your warehouse, what are the costs of transportation from your warehouse to Amazon warehouse, and then what is the reverse shipping fees. So you actually need to have a P&L calculator. So whoever is thinking that if they are doing 50%, 60% of margins, first of all, at least 20%, 25% are going away with the marketplace in shipping and referral fees. Then you have to calculate all of the, and you also have to calculate the cost of the GST that you have paid for the returns which are damaged now. Okay, and plus the difference in the reimbursement that you have got. Reimbursement are not 100% of your claim. So all of this, if you really see and put it up, then you will come to know what you are actually earning and what you are not. And let's say in the return scenario, if you have lost hundreds of inventory, then you are actually losing the principal amount also. It is not just 1% to 3%. It is much more than that.
Fine. I think that's the most, you rightly hit on the pain point. और I think इतना हर seller इतना सोच भी नहीं रहा होगा, क्योंकि we are all busy into processing of the orders. वो मेल्स आ जाती हैं कंप्लायंस के लिए, उसको भी देखना बहुत जरूरी होता है, टाइमलाइंस को देखना बहुत जरूरी होता है, पिकअप हुआ नहीं हुआ, पैकिंग हो गया हर चीज का कि नहीं हुआ, and so much stuff which is like everyday operation which is going on. So
correct.
I think Sumit, yes, we need to understand now. This is something which I want to share with all of the audience, that guys, as Sumit started working for his business, he took help from the technical guys. और उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने पूरे मार्केट प्लेस को, चाहे वो फ्लिपकार्ट हो, चाहे वो अमेजोन हो, चाहे वो पेटीएम हो, स्नैपडील हो, मिंत्रा हो, एंड आई एम श्योर लाइमरोड पे भी आप अभी बीटा टेस्टिंग कर रहे हो, या मिंत्रा पे किसी
many integrations coming up.
Integrations, you're doing some beta testing on that. So what they have done is they have come up with a solution in a form of a software. वो सॉफ्टवेयर का काम बहुत सिंपल काम होता है। वो सॉफ्टवेयर के अंदर पॉलिसी, जितनी भी पॉलिसीज हैं हमारे मार्केट प्लेस की, वो सारी कोड हो गई उसके अंदर। Now what's happening is whenever you are getting your payment and everything, you're getting all the reports, ये आपके सेलर सेंटर के साथ सॉफ्टवेयर इंटीग्रेट हो जाता है, and it starts picking up your orders and checking out all the aspects related to your order, कि ये रिटर्न था तो रिटर्न का स्टेटस क्या हुआ, ये कोरियर कितना लगना था वहां पे, एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ which is required for you to understand on the order wise level. It's not that on a total weekly report कि अरे आपको order wise level के अंदर कहाँ कहाँ पे क्या गैप्स आ रहे हैं, how do you see the software। इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन लिंक में you will find a download area where you can just click on, you can have a small screenshots you can download and see how it looks like. So Sumit, you tell us about more about your product, and what I want to really know is because कि ये प्रोडक्ट का बेनिफिट क्या होगा, किसको होगा, एक छोटे सेलर को होगा, बड़े सेलर को होगा, किस तरह के बेनिफिट्स होते हैं अगर कोई जुड़ना चाहता है प्रोफेशनली इस काम के लिए आपके साथ तो।
तो इसमें देखिए बहुत सिंपल सी चीज है. लेट अस कंसीडर दैट यू डू नॉट यूज अ सॉफ्टवेयर बट यू वांट टू डू इट ऑन योर ओन. दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली ओके. नाउ you will at least need some kind of person who can do it for you, whether it's an accountant or whether it's a business analyst sitting in your office who knows how to crunch excels and download reports. Just think that whatever salary you're going to pay him, my software will at least be 1/4 of the price that you're paying to him. Okay, and we will be reconciling your orders at order ID level, checking all the payments, deductions, and we will also make sure that whenever we recover some money for you, only then we charge for the recovery part. For the software part, it's a very simple thing. So my focus right now is to first educate you that yes, there are leakages which can happen. Maybe for viewers who are watching this and who would get in touch with Kashvi, we can do a one-time free past analysis for the sellers who are coming out of this webinar or the interview, and we will show you that how much leakages are there in terms of value and scenarios, and then you can decide for yourself. So the expectation out of this software is to see if there are any leakages, and not only for the past but ongoing leakages. So just today I had a case for a Flipkart seller who is fighting a 1 crore kind of claim with them. The account is suspended and now they are coming to us and asking if we can help them recover the money. So I said, look, we cannot help when the things are already done. Okay. So let's say you are not buying an insurance, and now that your house is on fire, you are saying that I need an insurance policy. So that cannot happen, right? You need to be diligent from day one. You need to either manually do your own identification of the leakages, or you can use a software like ours. So it is technically, it is for a seller who is even doing 0 orders a day. Even before you start a building, you need to have the essential things in place, right? So whenever we start a business, the first thing we do is to buy a accounting system. Okay, we do not have a business, right? But still we buy accounting system. Why? Because we need something to invoice and we need something to keep track. Same way in e-commerce, if you're starting, better start it, because you never know when your business will grow big and you will not get the time then. So so reimbursements, leakages is something that you need to keep a track on, and that's the core competence of what we do. And we can also do a one-time past analysis for sellers coming through Kashvi.
कितना टाइम का आप एनालिसिस दोगे एक सेलर के करके?
So we will let us pick you sellers who are doing an FBA from Amazon. We can give them last 12 months leakages for free, like the amount of what are the leakage amount.
Amazing. Okay guys, so just understand this thing. और बाकी easy ship sell ship का कितना, वो भी अभी अनाउंस कर देते हैं.
Actually, basically the main reimbursements that come are from the missing inventory. If you are having a sales, if you're having a returns report, which means, because look what happens in the easy ship, the returns are being handled by you. So if you have the returns report, then we can do that. If you do not have the returns report, in FBA, the returns report are automatically generated, right? And a lot of time when we ask sellers for easy ship, they do not even maintain the returns, what returns have come, because Amazon may have said that they are giving you 1,000 returns back, 1,000 quantity returns. But have you ever checked whether 1,000 have come or not, or only 900 have come or 950 have come? So again, this
Yeah,
is a
that's
mindset that I'm trying
great.
to share here.
Perfect, perfect. So, guys, let me just announce this that before we get into the how Sumit's team is helping all these sellers and how you can take the benefit. अगर आपको you being this audience here right now for this particular session, you will find a you'll find a link below this particular video wherever you're watching in. आप वहां पे अपना registration form भरो. It will reach out to Sumit. What Sumit will do as to show you the power of the system, they will do a free reconciliation for you for the past few months, whatever time is there. आपके प्रीवियस मंथ्स का कितना अभी भी अमेजोन से बैलेंस आपको लेना है वो ये आपको निकाल के दे देंगे. फाइन. Now, with that, you will be able to understand that this much of a money you are yet to get from Amazon. That's one part of it, which you can do it right away. Right, you're watching this right now. Just click on the link and fill up the form. Immediately reach to Sumit's team, and tomorrow you will get a call back, and definitely things will start moving for you. That's one thing. Now, secondly, Sumit, what is the ongoing kind of a thing? अगर मैं as a seller ये चाहता हूँ आपसे सर्विस लेने के लिए, I need to do this reconciliation. I understand it very well कि बहुत ज़्यादा problems हो सकती हैं मेरे business में भी regard to the payments, corrections and everything. So how to get it? How to really
So it's
get this
very
done?
simple. What you need to do is we have our website where you can reach out to us, or you can reach
Yeah,
out to Kashi.
link is there. Yeah, link is there.
Yeah,
The
so the
link is
link
there.
is there. For
Hmm.
ongoing reconciliation, we have a very simple package for every month. You just pay us. So there are two types of plans. One plan is where we only are concerned about the reimbursements. So that is only a small one-time fees that you have to pay for the year, and our system will work on for 12 months reconciling, and our team will recover the money, and you will just have to see the reports. We will just send you what reimbursements have come and what were the leakages. That is one
So that,
part
that
where
is
we
that is a that is a freemium plan, right?
that is the
Okay.
premium part where we charge a percentage.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Not able to Sun River Global. Not able to see the link on YouTube. Okay, let me just see if I can post
You
this
can share,
link to
you can
you. Otherwise, no, don't worry. It will just come to you. It's already there. Let me just see if I can type it again. Uh, Let me just show it. Yeah, this is the link, rajatsethi.co/vinculum. You can just hit this link and reach out. You can just reach out. There's a query form which will open to you. There's a query form which will open to you, and you can simply go ahead and fill this form. That's one thing. So you will get the reconciliation now. Now I'll explain this particular thing. This is something जो अभी सुमित ने बोला वो हमारी कुछ दिनों पहले डिस्कशन हुआ था. And they have come up with an amazing plan because ये क्वेरी बहुत सारे सेलर्स की डायरेक्टली भी आई. मैंने भी क्वेरी दिया था कि बहुत सारे सेलर्स स्टार्ट करते हैं. बहुत सारे सेलर्स अभी चाहते हैं कि एक बार स्टार्ट करके देखते हैं कैसा हो रहा है. कई सेलर्स होते हैं बहुत ऑलरेडी ऊपर होते हैं. हर एक का अलग अलग थ्रेशोल्ड होता है. So this plan what Sumit is discussing is a freemium plan, what they call is freemium starter plan. यहाँ पे अगर आप जुड़ना चाहते हो इनकी टीम के साथ and you want them, what they will do for you is you'll have to pay approximately like ₹1,000 a month, जो कि वो एक साथ लेंगे. एक साल का करीब 12,000 रुपए आपसे लेंगे वो. That is the fees they will charge. उस फीस के अंदर what they will give you, they will depute a person. They will depute a person from their team who will be taking care of everything. Yes, Diksha, yeah, we're talking about this only software. We're talking about that only. What you can do is you can pay them 12,000 rupees. That's the plan number one we're talking. There's a plan number two also. Plan number one is 12,000 rupees यानी 1,000 रुपए पर महीने आपको देने हैं. वो इकट्ठे 12,000 रुपए आपको देने होंगे. They will appoint a person to you. Now this person in collaboration with you will start pulling out all your reports on a regular basis.
Correct.
और आपके पास जहां से भी जैसे भी लीकेज होगी वो लीकेज की रिपोर्ट आपको मिल जाएगी. आपको
Correct.
अभी भी कुछ नहीं करना. आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना. वो लीकेज रिपोर्ट के बाद what the person they will employ will send the claim to Amazon. On your behalf, they will send the claim to Amazon. Now, अब क्या होगा? The moment you get the payment from Amazon, the moment you get the payment from your Amazon, आपके बैंक में पेमेंट आएगी. वो पेमेंट आप 70-30 की रेशियो में डिवाइड करेंगे. दैट मीन सपोज आपने सेल करा 5 लाख रुपए का उस महीने में और आपका गैप निकल के आया 10,000 रुपए. आपको पता नहीं था. आपने सर्विस यूज किया. आपको एक 12,000 रुपए में आपको पूरे साल के लिए एक रिसोर्स मिल गया. कंपनी की तरफ से सॉफ्टवेयर भी मिल गया. आपको दोनों चीजें आपके पास आ गई. अब उस 12,000 रुपए में आपको एम्प्लॉय मिल गया, आपको सॉफ्टवेयर मिल गया, अब आपका गैप निकल के आ गया 10,000 रुपए का, उस महीने का गैप था, 1 महीने का गैप था। अब वही टीम, यही इनकी टीम ही अप्लाई करेगी, अमेजोन या फ्लिपकार्ट जहां पे भी गैप था उसको कवर करेगी।
Correct.
जब वो अकाउंट में आपके पैसा आ जाएगा तो उसको 10,000 रुपीज जो आए उसमें से 3,000 ये लोग रख लेंगे, 7,000 आपको मिल जाएगा। So that's what
Correct.
the first level plan is all about, wherein you
Correct.
will only pay if there is any gap. So you will get a resource. आपको कोई अपना अकाउंटेंट नहीं चाहिए, आपको कोई और टैली नहीं चाहिए, कोई और आपको एडिशनल एक्स्ट्रा कोई फैसिलिटी, कोई एक्सेल मेंटेन करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। You will simply pay them a one time fees for whole year, that's 12,000 rupees, right?
Correct.
और वो भी तब आपको देने हैं जब आप एक पूरा रिकंसिलिएशन का एग्जांपल आप ले सकते हो, यानी कि दे आर डूइंग इट फॉर यू, सो यू कैन जस्ट रजिस्टर इट राइट नाउ। आई गिवन यू द लिंक, आई जस्ट पोस्ट द लिंक अगेन। फर्स्ट यू गेट अ सैंपल चेक डन कि क्या मेरे पिछले 4 महीने या 5 महीने में कोई गैप आया, पेमेंट का कितनी आया। इफ यू थिंक गैप आया है, वो गैप आपको आइडेंटिफाई कर दिया गया है, तो यू नो देयर इज अ पावर इन द सिस्टम, just go ahead and you can pick up this plan. So what the essential plan is, it is a starter plan, it's not a higher end plan, it's a starter plan. You pay 12,000 rupees, you get service for a whole year, you get one person, you get everything from them, they will do everything for you. You will get notified कि इतना गैप आ चुका है, इतना क्लेम लगा दिया गया है, इतना क्लेम आपको मिल चुका है, and with every claim you get from any of the marketplaces, the ratio would be 70 and 30, right? Sumit, anything I missed out, please let me know as far as the plan number A is concerned.
No, I think you covered it. So these are for the sellers who are not sure what to do. So
This
we
is
only
starting plan.
charge
It's
when
starting level ka plan hai.
we
Everybody
recover
can do it.
something.
Everybody can.
And then there are large
Yeah.
sellers, starter plan.
Yeah.
And then we have
Then
large
there's a
sellers
higher.
who also require each and every data. So there are sellers who require every data, whether there is a leakage or no leakage. They want to know what is it that I have earned, how much shipping cost I have paid for the month, how much commission I have paid for the month, which is the SKU which is giving me the highest leakage, which warehouse is there from where I am getting the highest leakage. All these kind of analytics are there. So for that, we have a comprehensive product access plan where we give the entire software with full access to the software. You can see all the screens, your master order IDs, sub order IDs, every deductions, every payment, including the leakages. And we also give you a dispute management dashboard wherein you get to see how many cases are raised, how many are yet to be raised, how many are under attention, and what is the reimbursement that you have got. So that is for sellers who have a large business and high volume of orders. So that plan starts from 18,000 rupees a month, and plus there is a 10% of the recovery that if we do for the sellers. And if the sellers want to do on their own, our system will equip you with all the information. All you need to do is raise the cases yourself. So that should not be a problem. So it depends on the turnover. If you are doing a greater turnover, then the plans are upgraded from 18,000 to another level. So depends on your requirement, but this is like the high level plans, and we can definitely talk more about it
I think
on
one more
Equine.
good feature about your high level plan, which is like 18,000 a month, is 18,000 a month. The commission percentage is 90-10. 90 is retained by the seller, 10 is retained by the company of doing all
And
this
that is
thing.
optional, Rachitji, that is optional. So if they don't want to give the 10%, it is okay. That team can raise the cases. We will equip them and train them that this is how you should use the system. You will get the reports from here, you claim it, and you can raise your own claims.
Then they will keep 100% of the amount what will come from Amazon and all that places.
Correct.
Okay, great.
Correct.
और दूसरा जो बेनिफिट जो मुझे बिगर प्लान का लगा वो ये लगा कि दे कैन गेट हिस्टोरिकल रिपोर्ट फॉर लास्ट 24 मंथ्स, जो कि वैसे भी अमेजोन के सिस्टम में कहीं नहीं मिलेगी. कैन यू एक्सप्लेन दैट आल्सो?
Correct. So what happens on each passing day? Amazon you can only retrieve data which is which is only for the last 18 months. So as in when you need to retrieve data, let's say for last 26 months or 24 months, you are not able to do that. And every passing day you can only get 18 months back. But if you do that in our system, all your data is preserved in the system because it's in the cloud. You can open from anywhere. And you can download it. Let's say if there is any type of scrutiny or any kind of GST audits or any kind of tax compliances, and you need the data because as per Indian government, you need to have your own business data for at least 7 years. Okay, so in such cases, we get a lot of calls from sellers that, hey, can you get us our data? Only for data they are wanting to give us an exorbitant amount because there is some kind of tax scrutiny going on or something that they need to do and for compliance purpose. So you get your own cloud storage, you get your own logins, you get your entire business visibility, entire order ID level. And if you want to upload your cost of goods, you can do that, and you can see on an SKU level what are you earning on an order ID level. So all of that is there, which if you want the demo, we can give you the demo of the product. But for starters, I think it is okay to just check how much leakage is there in your account. I think that's where I would leave things at on the table. And if you really need to have any more queries or questions, you can always get back to Rachit and team, and we'll be able to
Yeah,
help you as well.
definitely. So, everybody is watching this live with us. So there are basically either you do it on your own, or you take help from hiring somebody, or you take their professional, whatever way you want to do. But that's important. We need to understand this thing, that leakages are rampant in the system, and because of so many things going on parallelly, leakages are bound to happen. Even 3% of the leakage is a huge money for everyone. So the starter plan, what we just discussed with you, it's something which has come up very new. It has just recently been launched because this was a
Correct.
demand. This was something which every seller was wanting to, अगर आप मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं Facebook के साथ, मैं seller group में भी हूँ. So that is one query I get back, that 18,000 a month is a quite expensive thing. We understand, although there are a lot of benefits in
Correct.
18, because you are getting holistically everything from the start to the scratch. You're getting almost everything on 18,000 a month. And you, if you get your training done, आपको वो 10% भी देने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. But again, a lot of people said कि why? So just come up with something like 1,000 rupees a month plan and giving you
Correct.
one
Correct.
resource. So what's going to happen for you is कि आपको अब कोई employee भी नहीं करना मैन पावर को. So the only cost you will pay 1,000 rupees a month, that you pay 12,000 a year in advance. That's one payment, and you get every, only if you, whatever money leakage you get, you only pay 70-30%. So अगर आपका कोई लीकेज पूरे साल नहीं भी आया था, तो आपने 12,000 रुपए दिए और आपका रिकंसिलिएशन पूरे साल हुआ. Just think from that line. So that is why the next action step is that you just simply go on this link and fill up your query. So what's going to happen is somebody from Sumit's team will get in touch with you, और आप एक सैंपल रिको करवाओ. सुमित, वो आपको इंश्योर करना है कि जैसे जैसे क्वेरीज आएंगी आपको सैंपल रिको करना है.
Sure.
आप
Sure.
अपना सैंपल रिको करवाओ अपने अकाउंट का. उसके बाद जस्ट सी कि अगर पिछले 4 महीने में, और अभी सेल आपकी ऊपर गई है कोविड के बाद, ये पिछले 4 महीने में अगर आपके पास 10,000 रुपए का गैप भी आ रहा है या 20,000 रुपए का गैप भी आ रहा है, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 4 टाइम्स इन ईयर, तो आपके 40,000 रुपए का गैप साल में आ
सर,
सकता
इट
है
वुड
इसी
बी
रेट
मोर
पर.
देन दैट. आई विल टेल यू, अगर कुछ गैप नहीं भी आता है, अभी दिवाली का सीजन आ रहा है, आपका ऑर्डर वॉल्यूम 2 to 4x बढ़ने वाला है, और सम केसेस में 10x तक बढ़ जाता है. यू डोंट नो कि तब क्या गैप आएगा, राइट? अगेन, it's almost like a insurance. So I think as long as we are saving money, that is something that it is not an expense. We are just sharing the investments, because we are getting money, we are giving you information that can get you money back, and there is no other better alternative that you can think of right now. So there is so it's a necessity rather than a luxury, because let's say you can process your orders going to individual seller panels, and you can do that. You can update your inventory, go to the seller panels, update your inventory and pricing every now and then across 5 marketplaces. But instead of that, if you take order management software like a Win e-retail that we have, again it will save you time and money, and saving time is saving money, right? And same way with Win Reco, that our reconciliation module is there. You are actually saving money, saving time, and you are actually getting those money which you were not aware of. So
True.
that is one part.
I think 12,000 रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट is like living a headache free life. एक
Correct.
हेडेक फ्री लाइफ एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, क्योंकि हमारी सेलर की लाइफ में सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स यही हैं. पेमेंट कितनी आ रही है, हमें पता ही नहीं क्या हो रहा है दुनिया के अंदर. वी आर एवरी डे स्ट्रगलिंग विद रिटर्न्स और पैकेजिंग और इश्यूज और क्लेम्स और एटसेट्रा 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 एटसेट्रा, और अदर फिलिंग अप much and more stocks every single day. Fine. So I think we are almost towards the end of today's session. Thank you, Sumit. So now everybody is watching this live. We can have a Q&A session now for the next maybe 5 to 10 minutes. We can have a Q&A session. Below this video link, एक तो आपको registration link आपकी screen पे मैं दोबारा से एक बार let me highlight that. You can just give register. You can just give your basic details here so that Sumit's team will get your data and they will connect back with you. That's one. Secondly, the screenshots of the software is available. There's a download link which is available below this YouTube video. Facebook pe nahi hoga. I'll put there on Facebook also. Thirdly, there's a Reco guide which has come from the team. That Reco guide will be available. Maybe 1 hour from now it will be available to you. How to get the Reco guide? Let me tell you that also. For the Reco guide, you need to visit this Facebook Messenger page. This is my IBS business page, one of my business pages on Facebook. So you reach to this particular messenger page, Facebook Messenger page, and just type this syntax, type this keyword called Reco guide. The moment you type in, it will help you to download that Reco guide, which you can study, read on your own, and start reconciliation on your own if you want to do it. But what I would suggest you is कि सबसे पहले आप let's reach out to Sumit's team and get your past reconciliation done. Get a sample done. एक sample करवाओ अपने account का, so that at least you know what are the leakages, how many are the leakages, कितना amount अभी भी ऐसा है, और सुमित कितने टाइम तक marketplace amount reimburse कर सकता है? What is any time?
There is a missing inventory. ऐसा कोई उसमें नहीं होता, but it is a commission or something, and there are 30 days and 45 days. But if it is a missing inventory, you can for beyond that as well.
मतलब अगर हम पिछले 6 महीने का रिकंसिलिएशन करते हैं और हमें पेमेंट के गैप्स मिलते हैं, नॉट मिसिंग इन्वेंटरी, वी गेट दिस कि अनपेड ऑर्डर्स हैं या फिर एक्सेस कोरियर चार्जेस हैं, जो भी 7 पॉइंट आपने लीकेज के दिए थे, तो उसमें से सिर्फ मिसिंग इन्वेंटरी जो क्लेम कर पाएंगे, बाकी हम क्लेम अब नहीं कर पाएंगे, राइट?
एटलीस्ट यू विल गेट टू नो कि आप अगर पहले से ध्यान रखते तो वो सब नॉन रिकवरेबल नहीं होता, और अब अगर आप ध्यान रखेंगे तो आगे चल के ये सब आप रेगुलरली क्लेम कर पाएंगे. So that is the message.
Guys, so just understand this thing कि आपके पास क्लेम लेने के लिए 30 दिन हैं, तो अगर आप उसे रेगुलर रिकंसाइल करोगे, खुद से करोगे, चाहे आप यू टेक द प्रोफेशनल हेल्प हियर फॉर 30 days, and you can take every penny from Amazon, Flipkart, Paytm, Snapdeal, Myntra, LimeRoad on the marketplaces. This company and the system supports you. अच्छा सुमित, ये जो 12,000 का जो प्लान है, ये क्या सिर्फ Amazon के लिए या बाकी सब मार्केटप्लेसेस के लिए भी है?
नहीं, so it is for all marketplaces that we are integrated with. It is nothing specific to all, and in fact both of our plans, all the marketplaces are included in that. So that should not be a problem at all, and you will have to just try it out once and see for yourself.
Great guys, so अगर आपकी प्रेजेंस एक से ज्यादा मार्केटप्लेस में, आप फ्लिपकार्ट पे भी सेलिंग कर रहे हो, Amazon पे भी कर रहे हो, पेटीएम पे भी हो, स्नैपडील पे भी हो, मिंत्रा पे भी हो, लाइमरोड पे भी, ये 6 मार्केटप्लेस सपोर्ट हो रही है इस समय. This 12,000 rupees a year which you are going to pay, all 6 marketplaces will be worked out for you. I think this is you can say this is a gift what you may get before Diwali. So this is a gift, and what Sumit wants to say and I want to say is ये जो plan हम आज हमारे साथ जो announce कर रहे हैं,
this 12,000 is actually not the price. We are actually at a 50% offer which might end up anytime soon. So it is just for a limited time that we are rolling it out. Other than that, because now that Diwali season is coming up, we'll go back to the original prices. So I think the sooner the better.
Well, that was I was announcing this amount 12,000 is a limited period offer. I know that. That's what I was about to tell them. This is something we have made possible for this session, and we want this that every seller who is watching this, you're watching the replay also, you should get the benefit. Why? Because system एक बार बन चुका है, system device हो चुका है, everything is now aligned. You just need to integrate and connect with the company. Rest everything they're going to do for you. So that's what the benefit is all about. So I think now is the time is to get into your Q&As. I want all of you guys, आप Facebook से हैं या YouTube से आप इस समय live हैं हमारे साथ, please ask your questions now. I want you to ask whatever question you have, and Sumit is going to answer all your queries. And then we are good to go. We are good to end this session now for today. So let's check on क्या questions हैं आपके पास reconciliation से जुड़े हुए. Any queries, any confusions, whatever you learned so far, anything you want to check, you want to ask, please let us know. So we'll just wait for your questions, and as you ask about your questions, we're going to answer you everything. So please start asking your questions. और दूसरा ये जो रजिस्ट्रेशन लिंक है वहाँ पे आप डिटेल सबमिट करेंगे टीम को, तो टीम विल गेट बैक टू यू। सुमित, कितना टाइम लगता है एक अकाउंट की रिकंसिलिएशन करने में? यू जस्ट
Well,
कीप putting your questions. हाँ,
normally it would
sorry.
be taking around 3 days to reconcile. So maybe on the fourth day you can get the reports.
Super. So if they connect with you tomorrow and they're able to give everything what you asked for, you'll be able to give the report by say Wednesday and Thursday.
Correct. So they
Right.
don't have to do anything. It's just about entering their credentials. Otherwise, we don't really ask for anything. It's all automatic.
Okay, great. That's perfectly fine. Okay, guys. Any questions? Any seller has any questions? Please ask now. कोई भी क्वेश्चन है आपके पास तो प्लीज आप उसको बताएं। रजिस्ट्रेशन लिंक, स्क्रीनशॉट्स का डाउनलोड और रिको गाइड आपको अवेलेबल है। आप उसको डाउनलोड करिए, उसको पढ़िए, उसको देखिए, उसको समझिए। इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट है, आपको इन्वेस्ट करना पड़ेगा। थोड़ा सा पैसा आप इन्वेस्ट करके यू कैन गेट अ लॉट ऑफ बेनिफिट। एक पूरा मैन पावर आपको मिल रहा है। you're saving your manpower cost, you're saving a lot of time, energy. You don't have to chase Amazon or Flipkart or any marketplace. This team is going to do for you, right Sumit? आप ही करोगे सब कुछ इस केस में भी।
Yeah,
रिकंसिलिएशन
correct.
आप ही अमेजोन को चेस करोगे और बोलोगे कि भाई ये पैसा देना है आपने हमें, प्लीज जस्ट रिइंबर्स दिस मनी, एंड दैट्स अबाउट इट। एंड द
Correct.
सेलर
So
विल
we have
स्टिल
been doing
गेट द
that
मनी इन
for
बैंक
the
अकाउंट,
last
राइट?
5 years. So we have been doing that for last 5 years. So now we are quite good at it. Yes, I mean, why should sellers do all this stuff? They should concentrate on building their business, selling on more SKUs, selling across multiple channels, or going cross border. So that's how I think what they should do as a businessman.
Great. Perfect. So any question, guys? Last 2 minutes, we are just about to wind up. Your action steps is, once you register, you will get a call from Sumit's team. They will do a sample reconciliation for you. Sanyam Jan has a question. Sumit, will you like to answer this?
Yeah, so that is 12,000 rupees plus tax for the next 12 months. And there is a 70-30 ratio for the recovery, which means if 100 rupees have been recovered, 30 rupees is our fees and 70 given to you. And basically, all of it will directly come to your bank account. All you need to do is just maintain a wallet balance with us, and it could be as low as 5,000 rupees. So we will automatically deduct it from your wallet balance. If anything is extra, then we will just raise invoice to you at the end of the month. So it is that not only for all 6 marketplaces, any marketplace that will come in the future is also included in it. Okay, so we have new marketplaces like AGO, Find, Cloudtail, all of that is also coming in the product roadmap. So that will also be integrated free of cost for you.
Super. So even Agio will come up and Cloudtail के साथ जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं, so that will also get included as the time will
So
pass on and
we keep on
building it up.
integrating new marketplaces every month. Yeah, so you can expect a lot of it. But the first thing that you should do is if you guys are on Amazon or Flipkart, so first you should start checking that, and just to try it out. But in future, yes, all the marketplaces that we have in the product roadmap, we will be giving out to you under the same thing. And monthly plans may. Our monthly plans start from 18,000. It is a comprehensive software module where you get to see all your business data across all the marketplaces in order item level, profitability wise, tax deductions, breakup wise, and payments, and all the kinds of leakage reports, channel wise, date filter wise. Plus, you have the dispute management dashboard where you get to see what has come, what has not come, how many cases are open. So it's a complete ERP for reconciliation. If you have a good volume of business, then I will recommend that you can go from it. It starts from 18,000 a month. Plus, if you want us to recover the money as well, we will only charge 10% and not a 30%. So basically, it is all about the data. And once you have the data in control, you can do a lot of things. You can see which warehouse you are performing better, which SKUs are giving you leakages, which SKU is not earning you anything. All of those analysis you can do across the business. You don't have to go and open individual seller panels. Here you will get a single window and you can do all this analysis itself.
Super. So monthly plan is recommended if you have high volumes, if you have good sustainable numbers you're getting in, say 5 lakh rupees and above you're getting in, you should offer a monthly plan that 18,000 rupees a month. You get a lot of benefits out there. और अगर आप सीख के कर लोगे सब कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर को यूज करके, you do it on your own, you can even save that 10% recurring fees what they will charge with every reconciliation.
Sure.
And if you are just starting up, if you just want to try it out, then this 12,000 rupees for these all these marketplaces, not even 6, Sanyam, it's like now as Sumita said, all the marketplaces which will come in the future will also you will also get that. So 12,000 rupees you pay it once, आपके पास सिस्टम शुरू हो जाएगा, आपकी रिकंसिलिएशन शुरू हो जाएगी. जो सुमित ने बीच में बोला है वॉलेट सिस्टम, वो क्या है मैं थोड़ा सा आपको एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ. द मोमेंट आपका जब रिकंसिलिएशन होगा, जब अमाउंट आएगा, तो अब क्योंकि वो पेमेंट आपके बैंक अकाउंट में आएगी, इनके पास नहीं आएगी. सो व्हाट दे विल से, दे हैव अ वॉलेट सिस्टम, यू पार्क सम मनी ऑन द वॉलेट. तो जैसे ही पेमेंट आपके अकाउंट में क्रेडिट हो जाएगी, रिपोर्ट आ जाएगी पेमेंट हैज बीन क्रेडिटेड टू, दे विल टेक 30% फ्रॉम दैट वॉलेट. तो वॉलेट में पैसा आप ही का पैसा रहेगा, वो 30% क्योंकि 100% आपके बैंक अकाउंट में आएगा, they will take 30 from the wallet. That's what he was talking about, the wallet system. So not to get confused on that, that's how the process is being built up. So that's what I can say. Take the benefit. So this session is just for you to take the benefit.
So there is no other way apart from that, because we have sellers from all parts of the country. It's not possible for us to raise invoices after the marketplace reimburses you the money. So it's the wallet where they can park any amount there, and so it's a hassle process, right? So it automatically deducts as soon as the reimbursement comes, and you obviously get an email for every reimbursement. So it is all very transparent.
True, that's true. Fine, guys. Many more questions, guys? We are open for your questions. We're waiting for more questions from you guys. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to check on? That's the purpose of this session is to make you understand that many things are going on. You should be aware, and best of the best thing what I can help out with all of you guys in association with Sumit's team is here right in front of you. So it's up to the seller that you're really keen to get into it or you still want to leave it. That's a choice which can be done. You can learn also, of course, this Reco guide will come to you. You can also learn on your own. Any more questions, guys? We are just here for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll be closing the session. Any more questions? Anyone? Any sort of any more questions related to your payment reconciliation? Let's see, any more questions are coming up. So we are almost done. So we have answered Diksha, we have answered your question. Software, we just discussed that. Gagan, we have answered your question. Sanyam, we have answered your questions. Sun River Global, I believe you have able to get this link what we just shared with you. Any more questions? We are waiting for it. Okay, I think no more questions are reaching out now. Fine enough. So in case you have just joined in late to the session, you can just watch the replay. And in case you are watching this replay at this point, drop your question below this particular recording video. Just give a hashtag replay, and just let your question, post your question. I'll respond back to you. In case I want to include Sumit for the response, I'll request him to respond to you directly.
Sure.
That's how we'll do it. Right, Sumit, anything else you want to add up? We are almost done now. Thank you very much.
I think, it is, with the mission of Vinculum is to sell anywhere faster, and I would also want all of you to save anywhere faster while you are selling. So just keep an eye on the money as well.
Okay. Okay, let Sumit come back. He'll just come back. So Sanam, you have a question that can we also upgrade after using 2 months of 12,000 plan to 18,000 months a plan? Perfect question, because 12,000 versus 18,000. So let Sumit maybe join back once this point. Otherwise, I think he's lost his connectivity. Yeah, he's come back. Just give me let me add him up. He's just joining in. We'll post your question. We'll answer this question yours. Good question you asked. He's yet to connect his camera. Okay, more questions, guys. Thank you, Diksha. Thank you very much, Diksha. I hope you got value. Yeah, Sumit is back. Let me just bring him in. Sumit, we're not able to see your camera. In case you can just switch on your camera. Or you can speak right now. Yeah, you're back. Thank you. Yeah, Sumit, we have this question from Sanyam. And I want you to answer this. You have a weak connectivity out there today. Okay, is gone back once more. Fine enough. We'll get this answer. He'll join back. Any more questions, guys? Till the time, let the questions come up. Let's 2, 3, 4 more questions comes up. We'll answer every questions. We'll answer every question here, and we'll just have it have it done. We want clear everything, every question, whatever it is. I think Sanam, you put a very valid question, very good question. You asked that you can start with a free plan, and if you think in 2 months of time things are working for you, why not to upgrade it to an 18,000 monthly plan and get everything around the globe? Whatever is all things are possible. That's a very great and valid question. And let me see. Okay. Okay. I got a Sumit is not able to really reconnect. He's taking time, but Sumit has the answer. Sumit has given me the answer. Yes, Sanyam, you can upgrade. Yes, you can upgrade. So at the time, the amount of service you have taken on that plan will be adjusted in the new plan, etc., etc. That will happen. So like you paid 12,000 rupees for an year, you just use 2 months of the service. So 2 months will be taken about, and that rest of the money will be adjusted around. That's really great. Thank you, Sumit. He has answered me. He's given me the message on chat. So I believe we are done with the session. Thank you very much, guys. Now the action steps for you all. Simply click on the link, give your query, let it go to Sumit's team. That's step number 1. Once you get a call back from them, just inform them that they'll automatically get to know because they've created this link for this particular session only. Just inform them that you want to try it. You want to just try your reconciliation for as a test. So they will do a test for you. So they will take around 4 days of time. I think Sumit is back. Yeah, Sumit, you're back now. Great, thank you. Sumit, you need to answer this now. You answer yourself.
Yeah, I actually that's the upgrade plan. Anyways, so you can start small, and after 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, you can upgrade to the 18,000 plan. And let's say after a few months, you want to again go back to 12,000, you can do that as well.
Super. I think that's great flexibility. Right, Sanyam, that's great. So Sumit, the action step for everybody who's watching this is कि they will fill up the details. जो link आपने अभी दिया इस webinar के लिए, वो they will fill up the details, and the details will come to you. Your team will connect with them, and in 4 days of time, you will give them a sample reconciliation. And if they think that yes, things are working, they need to use it, क्योंकि अब तो वो जा चुका वो period, तो they cannot recover the money. सब वो 10,000 आता है, 20,000 आता है, कोई भी पैसा आता है. So now they know at least वो recover तो नहीं हो सकता, but you can still plug in those leakages for future. So once they decide, they can either upgrade, they can either simply choose a 12,000 rupee plan or a 18,000 rupee plan, right? This is the action step. और जो रिसोर्सेज आपने दिए हैं, एक आपने एक स्क्रीनशॉट्स का एक पीपीटी दिया है 8 पेज का, वो लिंक ऑलरेडी यूट्यूब पे है, फेसबुक पे नहीं है. दैट आई विल ऐड. The Reco guide will be live after 1 hour of time, which you have just shared. So that also they can download, and for everybody who wants to do it on their own, they can just read that Reco guide. और वहां से सीख के you can just start checking out. एक sample report को आप देखिए करके आपसे हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, and just go ahead and get this done. I think we have now come to the close of this session. Thank you, Sanyam, for your question. Thank you, Diksha. Thank you, Gagan. Thank you, everybody who is with us so far. I hope you got value from this session. The purpose of this session was clearly to make you aware of what's going on, what can be avoided, how you can do it, and just rock your business. Focus on your core areas, because this is the core area money which we don't focus. We focus on other aspects of it. Why not to automate the things so that you get more time for yourself? You're more confident of doing a business. You should not be in a situation that you don't have a cash flow, say after 6 months or 12 months of working here, just putting money into manufacturing the thing, but at the end of the day, you're not getting any money taken back to your home. So that's the whole objective and the purpose. So thank you very much, Sumit, for all of your time here.
Thanks,
you give us a lot of knowledge, a lot of new things have opened up for everybody, I'm sure. And all the sellers who are watching this will get in touch with you and just take it forward and help them to the
Sure.
bestest of the bestest possibility. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. So I'm just ending this live feed. Thank you very much to all of you guys.